Okay, we're going to move this then. Alright. Hello and welcome. As most of you obviously know, my name is Aaron, or XX, Archangelic XX, or just Archangelic. I wanted to just do a quick video. I say that a lot of the time and the videos aren't quick, but you know, I figured this might be quicker than most. So, just kind of wanted to do a little bit of a channel update, I suppose you could call it, because things have obviously happened in life that kind of alter what I plan to do for this year for my channel. Now, just to kind of get it out of the way, I've been recently working again, thank goodness, and that usually takes up 5 days of my week. And generally they're early to midday or early to afternoon shifts. Sometimes they're just before or just on midday to night, but it really depends. But I'm generally always early. But so that's kind of just something that I've been doing a little more often. And as of course I've been doing less at home. Usually, whether it's because I'm just too tired to, or fatigue, or just my brain just can't conjure up ideas, or just go through with plans that I've already got. Like, you know, I've obviously did so much before. Like, I had just started planning my wrestling series to be, you know, bigger and better than I've had it before. I plan to do more stuff on the collab channels I'm in. There's like 3 that I can think of that I planned to do, but obviously not anymore. Streaming, I wanted to try and finish off the ones that I started and try and finish off ones I've neglected, and you know, just general stuff like that. Like, I wanted to do more for the channel instead of just uploading randomly or the same thing over and over, which, as you can probably tell from some of the wrestling videos I've done, it's exactly the opposite of what I wanted to do. But that's just life, you know. I'm, you know, juggling a lot of things, and I just, you know, in the end kind of don't think I can do a lot for certain stuff. And obviously YouTube is something that I never considered a career. I never considered something I was forced to do. It's something I find fun to do, and it was just a way of, kind of like a hobby, like just find a reason to put videos and stuff that I have ideas for or I play, you know, on the internet. So, obviously, I've been on and off it anyway. Like, it's just something I've always done. The reason why I was so into it beforehand was because you know, after I had lost my job last year, I kind of had so much free time while I was looking for jobs. I was doing a course, you know, so stuff like that, and it's just, you know, I had the time to do it, but it's not really the same thing this time. But overall, I just wanted to kind of bring things up to speed and explain that, and I kind of wanted just to explain what I can consider trying to do or what I'm going to try and do, and just maybe give ideas of what I'm going to do, what I'm not going to do. So just to start things off, I suppose, I'm not quitting. This isn't a quitting YouTube video. It's not going to be titled anything like that. I'm not going to make some, you know, quitting YouTube thing. It's not even a take time off thing. It's more or less just I'm not going to do the things I wanted to do, and it's probably going to be a little lackluster. That's really all I can think of it. But so just the one out of the way, the Strife Wrestling series. I don't think I've got the time and patience to really go through with all of that, so I'm probably just not going to bother with it anymore. Not that it was a successful series, it was just something I like to do as a wrestling fan and a video game fan. So realistically, I'm not losing much there. Streaming, I could try and do a little more streaming in the future. Maybe not try and do it so often, like once a day. Maybe just try and stream just once in a while, or that, just to kind of see what happens. So There are games I plan to finish, like Far Cry 5. I literally have one boss to go into the end game, and then I can finish that off. I can play the DLCs at a later time if I want to. I don't really know. Alice Madness Returns, again, same thing. I want to finish that off because Alice is just such a great game. Like, it's always going to be one of my favorite games. I did try and stream on Twitch and upload it to YouTube for Halo Infinite's campaign, but obviously I don't have an Xbox anymore, and I could just do it from my PC, but I generally don't play big games on my PC, considering how after a while of playing, there's overheating issues and the game start running slower, and I just don't want to bother with that stuff. I just prefer playing on consoles. Another thing I want to do, I suppose, is just more skit type stuff. I'm not too sure what that means right now, but just, obviously not just gaming and stuff I want to upload. One thing I do have planned is a friend of ours, and who most might know on my YouTube and that, Azarin Zixtron, he is planning to come down to visit for a couple weeks at best. One thing we did plan to do together was, last time he came over, we did a bunch of random videos. That's probably going to happen in general, but this time there is a game that I wanted to play that I think it'd be fun for us to play. Like, so I've done, it was Man of Medan, The Quarry, and Little Hope with my brother. We were playing separate consoles, kind of like co-op-y, online. We can't do the same thing now with House of Ashes, but I do have it on my console, and one thing I thought about doing is a stream or a series where we play through that game, but we're all in the same room and we can all make the decisions in person and stuff. But a reason I want to do that as well is because Azaran is not a very big fan and is very vocal against games that are really just movies, as he would say, and as most would say. Like, it's not so much as gameplay and something that's more just, you really just watch a lot of cutscenes and you interact with it, So I figured it'd be fun just to see his reaction to how it goes and just seeing what kind of decisions we can make for it. So that is something that I want to do as soon as we have the time and he gets here. Obviously, again, like, we can do random videos and stuff. Now that I'm working, and now that I'm able to kind of, not all the time, like back when I had my old job, I was buying a new, like, shitty eBay replica or just anything almost every week, because I was ordering something when I would get paid, and then it would be in within the next week or two, but by then I would have bought more stuff and over. I'm not so much doing that this time, obviously, because, the older you get, the more you have to pay for. But there is something I did order, which is going to be a huge thing that I want to unbox, and I'm very happy to do it. And that's going to be about 2 weeks maybe from now, maybe a little less, so we'll see what happens. But unboxing videos is something I enjoy doing anyway, so I'm just considering maybe not so much as often, but maybe every so often I might try and just buy stuff like that. Most of the stuff I buy in this room is display stuff. Like, I've got a corner there full of masks, this side of the room's wrestling belts, I've got pop vinyls and some figurines up there, helmets and masks and, replica stuff and all that. So I like doing stuff like that because I find it fun, so that's something that I might do more of in the future. Things I'm just knowingly definite not going to do. Some games that I've streamed or done videos for, I'm probably just not going to bother doing. Like, right now, the only thing I plan to finish streaming is Far Cry 5 and Alice Madness Returns. I really don't know what other games I had started streaming since then, but I'm probably not going to bother with them. There are games like Roblox and stuff, which I did do videos for. I don't consider that like a game you have to be consistent with. I can just stream that or play that whenever. In the future, I do plan to buy stuff like a PSVR 2 and stuff, so I do plan to try and do a little bit more and play a little more. and then really it's just, at this point in time, my video schedule is probably going to be very similar to how it is in now, where I might just upload anything that I can think of, or just things I might have done, and moments like Azarin coming down, and the McGamers, McGamers is a brand that I feel like it's kind of extended a bit, because there's a few people I consider a McGamer, even if they're not what other members consider. But the way I see it is me, my brother Mortimer, / originally Cyrilix, and then Azaran. We are the core main 3 McGamers, because that's the whole brand thing that Azaran used the name of, that we started when we played together. So seeing all of us in the same household or just the same room again will be fun, and we can try and figure out a bunch of stuff to do. Because obviously I'm still going to be working, so he's going to do stuff with my brother here, and then when I get home, if we can think of stuff to do, we will do that stuff. Again, yeah, just I'm not too sure. But yeah, so realistically, if you've made it this far into the video, and thank you if you did, to those who have made it this far, have forgotten everything I've said, and all those who have just shown up and watched this part, moral of the story is, I'm not quitting YouTube, I'm not taking time off, I'm just not going to be as often or consistent. A lot of things I have already halfway or nearly finished, I'm probably not going to be able to do or remember, but there are some I will. There are some things I do want to do, and if you are someone who watches my videos and generally likes what I do, then thank you, but in general, I'm just at this point where, I'm working again, and I don't know if I can really do so much out of the house or at home while having such a big day at working. So again, I'm not too sure what the future will hold. For all I know, maybe I will lose my job there, or maybe something bad will happen that causes that, and then I'll kind of be back with more free time. But I'm really not thinking that way, as if it's going to happen, because again, I don't want it to. I've got a great source of income, I'm paying bills, I'm able to afford things again. I plan to kind of keep it that way. Another thing too, I should probably have said it earlier, but I'll just bring up now. The green screen idea I had, I do plan to try and do that a little more. Like, this video obviously is going to have something in the background, hopefully, if it works as well as I hope. But again, just really, I'm not at this point someone who has ideas of what to do. It's more or less just I've got stuff I can continue doing, or I can start doing, but it's probably not going to be as much. And then from what I used to do, I just don't think I'm going to have time for. I don't know. I'll see in the future. Right now, that's all I can really think of. I can't really think of anything else. But, if anyone else has ideas or thoughts or whatever, I really would like any input, or if you have experiences on working a job and also doing YouTube. Right now, for me, it's just, I always consider YouTube more of a hobby, and I'm going to continue teaching it that way, because realistically, that's all I've got it as. But, again, just thank you for watching. Those who did, let me know what you think. And if you followed my channel this long, is there anything that you've watched me do or you've seen me do that you want me to continue? And also, are there stuff that you also just don't care for and you think I should just stop doing in general? Because if there's stuff on my channel that you don't really care for, then that's fine. If it's something I don't consider doing that much into, I will stop anyway. But there's also stuff that I would like to continue anyway, so it'd be kind of cool to see what people like, what people don't. But anyways, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. Hopefully the background idea I have works, because I don't know if it is or not. I'm looking at myself in a green screen, so I'll put some fancy background on. But thank you for watching. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next one.